Good morning, everyone. My name is Reena Kumari, Assistant Professor English, Government Girls College, Baran. Today's our lecture is for BA Part 3rd. And dear students, as we know, our first paper and Unit 5 contains literary history and literary terms. And this is our lecture about the literary history. And in BA Part 3rd, we have Victorian age and the present age in our syllabus. And when we see the paper pattern of University of Kota, there is 5 units. The all syllabus is divided into the 5 units, and the paper in the paper we see the question of 10 marks in from each unit. So here we have to prepare a literary history also for the marks of 10 and last section of our paper as the question or questions of 20 marks. There is also the 20 marks question also contains the literary history, and if we have deep knowledge about the literary history contains according to our syllabus, we can easily write the question of 20 marks. So let's have a look according to the BA Part 3rd. What are the areas of Victorian age and at the present age? And first of all, in this lecture, we are going to read a Victorian age. And here we can see the many questions in our PPT, like first question, what is Victorianism? Write a short comments on the author of Victorian period. Means this is the easy thing. What is Victorianism? Means here need to we have to know all about the Victorian age. Means when we look the literature that belongs a particular age, like either it is Victorian or the any other else, we have a deep knowledge of that age, like the social conditions of the age, the political condition of the age, the economical conditions of the age, and except these we are studying literature. So here we need to know about the literary conditions. Means what are the main characteristics of the poetry of that age, what are the main features of the prose of that age. So here we have to study like this, we have to study like the chief characteristics of literature, of the literary trends during that age. Whatever age we have studied, like from Elizabethan to the modern. And in our BA Part 3rd, we are to study the two basic age, like Victorian age and the modern age. So we have to read Victorian age as the chief features of the literary trends, chief features of the poetry, chief features of the prose of the Victorian era. So let's have a look to the first question. What is a Victorianism? And write short comment on the authors of Victorian period. Short comment on the authors of Victorian period means this question covers the all literature, all main characteristics of the literature, either that was the poetry of the Victorian and prose of the Victorian. And the second question is, bring out the main features of Victorian age on the basis of works prescribed for your study. Means we have to study in our third year as the Victorian authors, Victorian and plus moderns. So We have in our syllabus some Victorian poets, some Victorian authors, and modern authors and modern poets also. So here we are asked that on the basis of the works prescribed for your syllabus, means the writers, the poets and the authors which are prescribed in our syllabus, according to their works we can also write the essay on Victorian period. And the third question is, what are the salient features of literary writings of the Victorian period? Literary writings of the Victorian period means we have to write like this: the poetry, the main features of the poetry of Victorian period, and next the main features of the essay of and the novels of Victorian period, so and so forth. Then last we can understand what kind of questions can be put from the Victorian age. So we can write the answer like this, and this is our answer of the questions regarding Victorian period. First, the introduction. Introduction means this is the question we can attempt a 20 marks question. Means when we have to write the 20 marks question, we are to write like 4 and 5 pages also. So we have to start like this. First of all, we write introduction. Introduction means the introduction of the Victorian age. The Victorian age is a long stretch of time and of comparative peace from 1837 to the 901. Means the Victorian period contains the period of 1837 to 901. Why it is called Victorian period? The question arises in our mind. Okay, everybody, the question also arises in the everybody's mind, that why it is called Victorian age? Because due to the Queen Victoria, during the period of 1837 to 901, this is the reign of Queen Victoria. So on behalf of the reign of Queen Victoria, this age is considered as a Victorian age. So have a look at the first line of the introduction. The Victorian age is a long stretch of time and of comparative peace from 1837 to 901, and the beginning of the Victorian period is sometime dated as 1832 and sometime as 1837. Means we almost two dates are mentioned as the beginning of Victorian period as 1832 or 1837. We can see both dates in the books, as Queen Victoria was enthroned as 1837 and reigned till 901. Means Queen Victoria enthroned at 1837. So it is considered the beginning of the Victorian era from 1837. And the salient features of the Victorian literature we can see from the 1832, the authors of which their works contains from 1832. So it is also considered that the beginning of the Victorian era is from 1832. So both of dates are right. The beginning of the Victorian period is from 1832 or from 1837, because of the enthroned of the Queen Victoria was enthroned in 1837. So most of considers the 1837 is the exact or right starting of the Victorian period, and Queen Victoria reigned till 901. So it is also counted from 1837 to the 901. Here we need to understand about the Victorianism as follows. What is Victorianism and the salient features of the Victorianism? Victorian represents septic belief and doubts cropped up in the minds of Victorian period about the Bible because of the Darwin's theory of man's evolution. His book on Origin of Species came in 1859, and in this book Darwin gave the theory of man's evolution from a single cell protozoa to the complex cell called man, and it causes the gradual decline in religious values, and rapid industrialization took place that time. Social issues occurred like child labor and poverty. That time, a picture of underpaid workers, employment of the young children in the factories as chimney sweepers, rioting in street, rapid spread of industries, and depopulation of the villages can be seen. And as perspective of the literary history, we study Victorian authors as follows. As previous, we have discussed that here we are the students of literature, so the Victorian era we have to read as Victorian era as the literary concern, not the social conditions of that time, not the political conditions of that time. It is totally concerned to the literary conditions of that time. So here we need to study about the Victorian authors, about the chief features of Victorian poetry and chief features of the Victorian prose. As we have discussed that the chief feature of that is that the evolution of the Darwin's theory. The Darwin's theory made the people septic. The people was confused about the religious, about the Bible, and this also reflects to the literature also. So just have a look to the Victorian authors as follows. Eminent Victorian authors. In the Victorian poetry, we come across the most eminent and major poets, namely Alfred Lord Tennyson. And as we see in our first paper contains the poetry of Victorian poets and the modern poets. And first of all, we have to read Alfred Lord Tennyson, and we have two poems of Tennyson in our syllabus as Lotus Eaters, and second is Break Break Break. And the next poet is Robert Browning, and we have My Last Duchess, the poem, the monologue of Robert Browning, and Matthew Arnold and Hawkins and Yeats. These are belongs to the Victorian period, which we are to study in our first paper of poetry and drama. So in the Victorian poetry, we come across the most eminent and major poets, namely Alfred Lord Tennyson is the most representative poet of Victorian era. And so this era is also called the age of Tennyson as literary. And Matthew Arnold, Robert Browning, Hawkins are the major poets of the era. The influence of Victorian era quite visible in their poems. Such poems are Dover Beach, Break Break Break. Dover Bridge, written by Matthew Arnold. In this poem, Matthew Arnold also regret to the decline of the faith of Christian religion. Means how it occurred. It occurred due to the Darwin's theory. Darwin theory made the people septic, made the people confused about the Christian religion. So here Matthew Arnold is in so sad mood. He argues the decline of Christian religion in his poem Dover Beach. And next poem is Break Break Break. This is also elegiac poem written by Alfred Lord Tennyson. Now next come the Victorian essayists. The most eminent essayists of this period are Carlyle, Ruskin, Arnold, Stevenson, and Walter Pater, etc. In perspective of prose and fiction, next turn comes to the novelist and dramatist of Victorian era. And the most distinguished novelists are Charles Dickens, George Eliot, William Makepeace Thackeray, Trollope, Thomas Hardy, Samuel Butler, Bronte sisters, etc. Among the great dramatists of the Victorian era are Henrik Ibsen, as we have Henrik Johan Ibsen, as we have his Doll's House in our syllabus also, George Bernard Shaw, and we have the Apple Cart of George Bernard Shaw in our syllabus of BA Part 3rd also, and who are prescribed in our syllabuses. Who are means the works of Henrik Ibsen as Doll's House and the work of George Bernard Shaw, the Apple Cart, are prescribed in our syllabus. And above is the general detail of Victorian era. But for the detailed study, we have many characteristics of the Victorian poetry and prose. Now following are the chief features. And first of all, this is the chief characteristic of the Victorian poetry. The poetry of the Victorian era presents a wide variety of poems. Some of the Victorian people were interested in the portrayal of the Victorian life. Others kept themselves aloof from the social, political, economical life of the age. The mortal note is always seen in the Victorian poetry, the note of scepticism, pessimism, inner disturbance, and dissatisfaction is traced in the poems of Victorian era. Why people became skeptic and pessimistic and disturbed, and dissatisfaction was seen of that age, because of the Darwin's theory, means the evolution of man. Darwin's theory create the confusion between the confusion among the people of that age, of the Victorian age. They became the skeptic. They confused towards the Bible, towards the religious faith in the Christianity, and gradually the faith, the belief in Christian religion and Christianity declined day by day. And this was seen in the Victorian poetry broadly. And the second feature of the Victorian poetry is the feeling of nationalism is also one of the main feature of poetry. It is produced the feeling of love and patriotism for the country of the mind of the Victorian people. And the third feature is some romantic features also continued during this period. This romantic spirit can be seen in the poetry of Arnold, Tennyson, Arthur Clarke, James Thomson, and Fitzgerald. In the Tennyson's poem Lotus Eaters and Arnold's poem Dover Beach, we can find the so-called romantic traits, means the so-called romantic features. And next feature of this era is different kinds of the poetic style were developed by the Victorian poets. Romantics wrote in simple style, and Victorians adopted more ornamental style in comparison of the Romantics. Means romantic poets like Wordsworth, Shelley, Keats, and so forth. Romantic poets we have studied in our second year. The romantic poets wrote in the simple style, but the Victorians adopted the ornamental style in comparison of the Romantics. So Tennyson and the other Victorian poets used figurative style of the poetry. The Victorian age saw gradual change from the aristocracy to the democracy. the progress of the democracy had its impact on literature too. The writer wanted to root out the caste system and the artificial social barriers, and the Victorians saw the gradual change from the aristocracy to the democracy easily can be seen in the works of George Bernard Shaw. An apple cart also the political play which is prescribed in our syllabus. And the next feature of the poetry of the Victorian age is this age witnessed the scientific temperament. Some writers had its impact on their works, as we see that Tennyson followed the scientific method of description. His natural poetry, like the works of an inspired scientist. In this poem, Lotus Eaters and Break, 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 there is the minute description of nature. Browning also adopted the scientific method of some of his poems. Means he depicted scientifically the atmosphere of the land of lotus eaters, the natural beauty of the land of lotus eaters. The writer means Tennyson depicted much scientifically the natural beauty of the land of lotus eaters, as we see in the poem Lotus Eaters. So this is the important feature of the of Victorian poetry, like they also use the scientific temperament in the poems. And next is Victorian pessimism is also seen in the poems. Because of the Darwin's theory, there was new development in science, and it causes the deep-rooted spiritual disturbance during the Victorian age. It created pessimism among the Victorian authors. Not only authors, but among the people. Pessimism is occurred all over among the people also. And all that kind of pessimism, all that kind of confusion created by the Darwin's theory. The scientific theory of Charles Darwin, the evolution of man, created such kind of confusion. Confusion concerned with the religious belief, concerned with the religious belief in Christianity, religious belief in Bible declined day by day due to the scientific issues of that age. And the note of pessimism is clearly seen in the poetry of Tennyson, Arnold, and James Thomson, etc. Such poems are In Memoriam written by Tennyson, Thyrsis, Scholar Gypsy, Dower Beach. These are also written by Matthew Arnold, and all these kind of poems contains the note of pessimism. So we can see the note of pessimism also the chief characteristics of the poetry of Victorian era. And after the study of Victorian poetry, we have need to know about the some salient features of the Victorian drama, and these are as follows. Means the drama during the Victorian age. There was a dramatic revival in the drama at the end of the 19th century. The drama was concerned with social and domestic problems of life. And there was the form of drama called problem play. Means specially the specific kind of the drama, like problem play emerged during the Victorian period. And we have Johann Henrik Ibsen in Ibsen's Doll's House in our syllabus also. So we can say the Henrik Ibsen was the master of problem play. And the important dramatist of the Victorian era is Henrik Ibsen. He wrote many problem play like Doll's House, The Pillars of the Society, His Lost Angel, and thus George Bernard Shaw's problem plays like Plays Pleasant and Unpleasant, The Apple Cart, and Candida also, etc. The Apple Cart also we have in our syllabus. Other eminent dramatist of the problem play is Oscar Wilde. The Oscar Wilde's play, The Importance of Being Ernest and the Lady Windermere's Fen, etc. And these above is the main dramas during the Victorian period. And next is the essays during the Victorian era. During the period means Victorian era, there was also development in the field of essays. Among the major essayists of the Victorian period are Charles Lamb, William Hazlitt, Leigh Hunt, D. Quincy, Carlyle, Matthew Arnold, Robert Stevenson. And you can also write here about the Victorian essayists also, who are prescribed in our syllabus, in our course. And next is the novels during the Victorian era. The Victorian era was the greatest age of English fiction. Novels were flourished during the Victorian era. Many excellent novelists of the Victorian era are Charles Dickens, William Makepeace Thackeray, Thomas Hardy, Samuel Butler, Oscar Wilde. Charles Dickens is the most representative novelist among these. And there was also a beautiful line, means beautiful galaxy of a female novelist during the Victorian era, namely Bronte sisters. And these are the two sisters, as Emily Bronte and Charlotte Bronte. And next is the name of George Eliot, and after George Eliot, Elizabeth Gaskell. And these are the most famous female novelist during the Victorian period. And at last we can also write the conclusion of the Victorian period, as we say, this age is also called the age of pre-Raphaelite poets, means the painter poets. And these painter poets flourished in the mid-19th century, and these were Dante and Rossetti. So these painter poets also included in the Victorian era. Painter poets means these poets are also called the painter poets because of their main characteristics of the depiction of nature. How beautifully Alfred Lord Tennyson and Matthew Arnold, Robert Frost, they are beautifully depicted. They beautifully depicted the nature. So the poets of that age also called the painter poets. And thus, this is our lecture of today's, totally concerned with the literary history, the Victorian period. I hope this is very fruitful to all of you students. And next, our lecture will contain the modern period.